Hi, I'm your host Murray Allen Brousseau, and today we're looking at Ryerson University. Ryerson University remains to be one of the top universities in Ontario, and we're going to have a closer look at student study spaces. I searched into many different study environments. One of the busiest environments is the Kerr Hall West General Computer Lab behind me. Holds up to 70 students and is open 5 days a week. There are a wide variety of programs offered in this open source computer lab. This space really holds up to the needs of the students based on the busy environment. However, although it is busy and used quite often, this environment may not be the most productive. Having a university with 38,000 full-time students, there's not always quite enough work and study space. This causes a question towards crowding and the psychological perspective of what works and doesn't work.
I find that this environment kind of frustrates me. Not enough space.
Kind of got really poor indoor air quality.
Quite busy, and that may be a problem.
Today I have researcher Hugo Su and Victor Chan, both with their PhD in environmental psychology, to give analysis of the psychological behavior that is being impacted in the computer lab. Let's see what they have to say. Does the design of the computer lab facilitate its purpose?
In the current setting of the CAD lab, the environmental facilities provide essential elements to produce work and allow students to complete their desired needs. However, often the comfortability and the productivity of the environment is not maximized. We see the computers and the chairs working, but when poor ventilation and the lack of lighting disconnects to nature, all these negative psychological impacts affect the human behavior towards their productivity, human connection, and the FCAD community.
Although it is true what researcher Hugo said, let's see really what the students think.
How do you feel about the environment you're currently in? Do you feel it is a space you're able to concentrate for a long duration?
I think it's okay. It gets really hot in here, so that's one of the reasons I can't focus.
Generally, it tends to be really loud, so I just try and tune myself out, and that works for me.
Okay.
I would say probably not for a long duration, not more than maybe 4 hours unless it was an all-nighter situation.
So there seems to be a wide variety of answers. Why is that?
Essentially, it's impossible to get the answer you want, even though there are negative responses. Based on the circumstance of the person going into the lab, they may be finding things that are distracting, or they may be going in more focused. So essentially, we created a control experiment where we were able to see how people would respond to something that was changed and something that was existing. So then we had a changed environment where there was plants, controlled lighting, more cleaner and comfortable environment, and based off that, we were able to study how they respond, their behavioral responses based on that changed setting. Based on our experimental research, we were able to observe a dramatic response towards the human behavior of the public looking and observing towards the changed environment and even sitting and working for long durations. We can see that no one went to the opposing side that did not have any of our setup props that provided a more comfortable setting, and although all these elements we brought were new towards this space, it didn't stop any students from using them. We're just wondering, why did you choose this workstation instead of other ones?
Well, I mean, I was kind of curious to see the lights in this area.
More fresh, so I can more concentrate on my subjects.
Today it was pretty good. I kept on task. I didn't procrastinate or anything.
Right.
I thought the light helped actually a little bit, and I really liked the plan.
So what does this mean? Should we be having plants and task lighting everywhere?
Well, essentially yes and no. From our experiment, we were able to confirm that having more task lighting and having more plants would create a more comfortable and relaxing environment for the students to focus and do their studies. And essentially having task lighting allows the user to have more options and essentially give them more control of the space.
In this space, we can definitely see what works and what doesn't work. We can see that there is a poor ventilation, there isn't the most comfortable lighting, the poor acoustic is often a distraction to other students. There is almost a strong feeling of a lack of air circulation, and most disappointing is that it's a closed environment. In a successful environment, it's important to have a proper furniture layout that is open with plants, proper lighting, colors that brighten the mood of the students, and also have a sense of acoustic that control the sound. All these are important factors, and we see this from our interior with our students.
Is if you can add anything into this space, what do you feel is the most adequate and important thing you could add that would help you with your focus?
Definitely better lighting.
Number 2 would probably be just a little bit more of a comfortable environment in terms of it's just really gray in here, very nothing exciting.
Well, some natural light would be nice.
Implementing operable task lighting into the lab could potentially allow for the users to have a perceived sense of control. Through the adjustable furniture, workstations, and lighting, this would allow for the customization of the environment so they feel more comfortable and promoting better learning. Plants have a restorative effect on the human brain, providing a link to nature, causing the user to have a simple and brief interaction, increasing the cognitive control within the environment, thus promoting a more comfortable and productive working and studying environment for students. I'm Murray Allen Brousseau. Thank you for watching.